Hey guys, what's going on? This is Josh from Tdi Touaregs, and today we are checking out cars at my local Manheim auction. So, for those who are new, Tdi Touaregs, we're a used car dealership. We buy and sell cars, mostly Volkswagens. So, this is something we do all the time. We come by the auction, check cars out. Tomorrow is the big auction day, so it's always a good idea to check out cars the day before the auction, or check cars out before you buy them, especially if it's local. It's not that far of a drive to get up here. So I took, kind of not related, but I ended up driving the GTI. So this is the farthest the GTI has ever driven. I think it's like 60 miles to get here. So this is definitely the furthest it's done. And I love driving this GTI, this Mark IV GTI. If you haven't seen any of the videos, check it out. We got this car for 900 bucks, and we've put some money and time into fixing it up just a little bit. And it actually drives really well. The AC is ice cold. I'm like actually turning the AC down in this thing. We're gonna walk into the auction and check out the cars and see if there's anything worth buying. Okay guys, we are inside. We are inside the auction. So here's what it looks like. Just kind of a big parking lot of cars. And what do I see right as we walk in? Touareg. Dub Edition Touareg. What is this? So obviously different aftermarket grille, and then these big wheels. These are, let's see, 22s. They actually don't look too bad. It's not really my style, but it doesn't look bad on this. And let's see, it is a TDI, so should not be looking at this. The interesting thing is this. Oh yeah. So sorry if there's wind noise. There's probably going to be wind noise. These tires look pretty solid. But here it is, the first car we're checking out. Now I believe the seller, let's see if it says. Maybe not. Let's get in this. I like the gray seats. The gray and white is nice. Missing some headrests here in the back. Might be in the trunk. Let's change this. Okay, so it is the nicer one. It does have the nicer head unit and everything else, just like the one we have at home. So this is what we're missing. Dang. So for those who don't know, we've got a 2009, this is 2009 as well, Touareg at home. We had to replace the head unit. The one we got was missing one of the connectors, so we don't have this display here. So we don't have the audio display. This looks like it's in satellite radio, so you can switch between the different stations here. And we don't have this navigation display, which, like, maybe it's not such a big deal, but let's see what. Maybe it's not such a big deal, but
route guidance is not active.
Anyway, so the only thing I've noticed, it does have a check engine light that could or could not be such a big deal. Let's also check, so with those big wheels and tires, let's see if, let's see here, right in this. I wonder if they hooked up or they switched the sensors over. They did, so at least they did that. That's pretty good. Everything else, this is a little loose, but maybe it just needs to go back in spot. Everything else seems good. Now the question is, do the mirrors work? They do. And there's not a huge crack in the windshield. So this particular Touareg here has 101,000 miles. So it's got quite a few less miles. I bet you this is probably going to be in the range of I don't know, 8,000-9,000 is what they're probably gonna want for it. Looks like no curve. Huh. Looks like there's a headlight error. So one of the features for these Touaregs is when you turn the wheel, it kind of, I don't know if it swivels or if it has a separate light that comes on, but the idea is when you're turning a corner, it will help kind of shine around that corner. Let's look at the Maserati. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Everything feels normal. It feels quite a bit stiffer, but maybe it must just be the wheels and tires, or maybe ours. Just with all the miles on ours, maybe it's a little softer than they used to be. But yeah, this feels a little bit stiffer for some reason. These Touaregs. I don't mind the white. I do not mind the white, and it feels nice in here. It's nice and clean. Doesn't seem like anything's broken. It's driving nice. So let's 23. Let's put this back. Yeah. Well, here's another Touareg. If this had air suspension, I would be even more interested. Back seats. I like, so the Touareg we have is a tan. I do like the tan, but obviously it shows a lot more dirt. Let's see what's back here. Oh, you do have the stock grille. That's nice. This is the door trim. These always come off, but it does look like you're missing two headrests. So that's not so bad. And dang, the headliner. The headliner is not sagging. Yeah, this one looks like it's in pretty good shape. Besides that check engine light, everything else, the wheels, I mean, the wheels are whatever. It looks like they even painted the calipers red. So, anyway, like I said, it looks to be the Volkswagen Touareg Dub Edition. But anyway, so this is kind of what we do. We'll walk around here and check out some cars, see if there's anything cool around. Just kind of interesting. Check out this old Toyota truck. Usually the best idea is to get in a car and just drive around so you can see everything a little bit faster. But yeah, so the Utah auction is a little more on the smaller side. especially compared to California. The California auctions, there's a number of auctions in California, and they're all really good size. Here's a Passat, some plastic dip, seat covers, 140,000 miles, and is it a diesel? Doesn't look like it. Here's an A4. I've bought a couple of these, but I stopped buying Audis because it just seemed like they had more issues. So here is, glad I found it. So here is one of the cars that I specifically came here for. That other Touareg was just a byproduct. As everyone knows, we like Touaregs on this channel. So here is something that I would be interested in. At some point, not right now, but when we replace the 2009 Touareg, we're gonna get one of these. So as you can see, this is the newest generation Touareg. This one right here is a 2012 Touareg, and it is the Tdi. I wouldn't really be interested in anything other than the Tdi. I don't know why that's mounted like this on the bumper, but so I wanted to check this one out just to see how it drives and everything else, but I don't know if I actually would be interested in this. I guess it depends on the price and the condition, but this one specifically is a rebuilt title. But it does look nice. Man, it looks nice. So white with this brown seats. Big sunroof. Not a big fan, but it would be nice. Yeah, this is nice. They do, I didn't know this, they fold down automatically. That's kind of cool. I just think this generation Touareg just got a lot, it just went up quite a bit. There are a lot of, this generation Touareg just seems a lot nicer than the other ones, but maybe that's just because they're newer. Yeah, this brown. That brown looks good. Looks really good. So, one of the things that I did notice, and they had pictures of it online, is this hood. So, obviously this hood is having paint issues. So, it is a rebuilt title. If we look at these lines, let's see what else we see. So based off of this, I mean, this might be some overspray right here on the trim piece. So it definitely was the front end. The front end has definitely been repainted. Let's look under the hood. Now, the person selling this, it's kind of interesting because the person selling this Touareg is the guy that I actually bought the V8 Touareg from three and a half years ago. So since then, he does more rebuilt title stuff. He does more rebuilt title stuff and like lemon law stuff, but the Touareg was a clean title. Anyway, so he's actually sent this to the. This must be the trailer. He sent this to the auction. So anyway, not sure why. You sent it to the auction. Let's see. Yeah, this feels good. This feels nice. Let's see. There's even a brake controller hooked up. And let's see how many lights are on. Let's turn down the air. Yeah, these are nice. I mean, I really haven't driven this third generation Touareg that much. This is kind of funny. On off-road, they kind of changed some of the functionality there. The split thing. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely nice. So the only lights we're seeing, there's a traction control light, an ABS light, and then the then looks like what you call it, light bulbs out. Florida. So it's interesting when there's stickers for the oil. So let's see. I can't see the mileage on this. I don't know I don't know how to navigate any of this. But anyway, it does look like the oil was changed in March. Automatic connect. Do not tempt me, Touareg. Do not tempt me. Hill assist is not available. Fault parking brake. Oh yeah, here they all come. Oh my gosh. Well, looks like someone is trying to clear codes in this thing. Now this, I wouldn't even be, let's see. We got a brake light on now. Saying no parking brake. Yeah, we've got yeah, so there's a number of lights that are popping on now. I wonder how many would pop on after put some miles on this thing. So that's the interesting thing when you're buying these cars. Some dealers really will stay away from other dealers unless you know them or you've bought other cars from them. But usually like a smaller dealer or, you know, someone else that's kind of your same size, if they're sending a car to the auction, most likely it's not because the car is in excellent shape or has zero problems, right? So usually they're sending it because of something's going on. Now this wouldn't be, so the other interesting thing about Mannheim is rebuilt titles really don't do well here. Mannheim is much more of a clean title, auction. I mean, people do sell rebuilt titles, but really they sell super low. It's so hard to kind of put a value on a rebuilt title anyway. So sometimes you can I've picked up a couple cars just dirt cheap because of rebuilt titles. There was one Audi that I bought and they ended up making $4 grand on it, just because I bought it so cheap, and it actually was in really good shape, but it was a rebuilt title. So it has, if I haven't said already, it has 55,000 miles. It seems to drive okay. It's got plenty of warning lights. If I got this cheap enough, I would not. Oh, that was weird. Oh, I don't know what's going on, but it's acting weird now. Huh. I was like pressing the gas and nothing was happening. Well, maybe I would be nervous about this. So the shop I use, I'm pretty confident in those guys, so I'm pretty sure we could figure out most of this stuff. And 55,000 miles. It all depends on how much I can actually buy this for. But it definitely would be cool. It definitely would be cool to drive around one of these newer Touaregs. They're just so nice. And it's definitely something at some point. We will have to pick one of these up. So I'm gonna go check out, see if there's any other cars worth looking at. But right away, we got two Touaregs, a 2009 and a 2012. Take your pick. So check this car out. It's the A8L 4.2 liter. So it's the V8 engine, the same V8 that we've got in our Touareg. It's so interesting to me. Wonder if this is a rebuilt title or not. It is a 2012. This is worth some money. Anyway, it's interesting to me, the people who do this stuff. So like, this is an expensive car, and they're coming around, they're putting all this. Maybe they think it looks nicer, but it just looks so tacky. So these seem, it's the same, not sure if you can see that, same brown leather as in the Touareg we were just in. Start it up, see how it sounds. 51,000 miles. Yeah, this is cool. Turn this down just to shut it off. Anyway, so it looks like the screen's a little malfunctioning a little. There it is, checking out cars, more Touaregs, nothing but Touaregs. Like I said, I'd love one of these third generation Touaregs. They just look so good. So I think that's gonna be it. Like I said, Utah's a small auction. They don't always have a lot of stuff, but that A8 would definitely be cool. I want the V8 personally. I probably want the 3-liter turbo. Definitely quicker, and it would be better on the gas mileage anyway. So anyway, thanks guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Stay tuned for some more content. Let me know if you have any questions about the auction or anything else. I may even watch, let me think. We'll see if that Touareg even sells tomorrow. I think it's pretty unlikely that it actually sells with the rebuilt title being at the Utah auction, that kind of stuff. So anyway, thanks guys, thanks for watching.